Hey there, A and Deviants, Junior Adventures and friends. Welcome to this, as always, very special episode of the Dicey Bastards. We have not hit game 1 yet, not officially. But these little beginning zero games we get to know our characters and have a little bit of fun, which brings us to where we're at today. 0.75. We're building to episode 1, but we're not there yet. My name is MK Gibson, your Dungeon Master, author of such books as the Shadow Master series, Technomancer series, and several others. With me today are my good friends, Steve Wetherell and Robert Bevan. Gentlemen, would you please introduce yourselves?
After you, Bevan.
Okay. Hello, friends. My name is
try
Robert
that again.
Bevan.
I want some energy out of you. Come on, man. Hello, friends. Like that's weak.
What? Have you not heard this podcast
I heard.
before?
I know. He was like, "Hello, friends." Normally, you go into a voice. Today, you're like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" You know, I want some energy.
Energy. Come on, jazz hands.
Hello, friends. Better?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't stop you.
Thanks.
It was much warmer. Yeah.
All right. Hello, friends. Robert Bevan
I feel
here.
better about it.
Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. Here on the Dicey Bastards, I play the role of Jorcerer the Sorcerer, with the Morcerer. I also write a lot of the books in the Shingle series that nobody buys. Go buy them.
Hi there, I'm Steve Wetherell, and I too write books in the Shingle series that nobody buys, and you should go buy them. And I'll be playing Stan Dandyliver, professional folk hero, or former professional folk hero. We'll see how that goes.
I think we will indeed see how that goes. All right, let's get into this. Narrator voice, as I wrote on my script. Greetings all. When last we gathered, we met Stan Dandyliver, the washed-up, swashbuckling folk hero. He has made it his mission.
Maybe I'm a swashed-up washbuckler. Did that ever occur to you?
No, actually, it has not. This silver fox, who's more silver than fox, has made it his mission to find his friend Jorcerer the Sorcerer in order to complete his mission to go to the far south and steal the Tooth of Tiamat. But first, he needs to get Jorcerer.
Hello.
And as luck would have it, or perhaps D&D plot contrivance, Jorcerer the Sorcerer is already in the same land of Tottenshire, in the town of Galahad, albeit living in the affluent mage district of the town. Thanks to his connections with the hookers, Stan learned of this gated community known as Wanderlust. But not all was well with our friend Jorcerer the Sorcerer. Trapped literally. What, you just now get Wanderlust?
Throughout time and space, they will always be connected by one common thread. Hookers. That's not D&D confidences.
Never
Cosmic
underestimate
destiny.
the hooker network. Trapped literally in a loveless marriage by Mrs. the Sorcerer, Jorcerer is victim to her wiles as this now powerful warlock siphons her husband's will and cuckolds him as well. All the while restraining him by a magical device attached to his wonder. Yes.
I say, it's not so bad. No, being cuckold if you're getting your will siphoned at the same time.
And as fate would have it, on the
to
day
look
of
at
the,
her, you know,
as on the day of the mage block party barbecue hosted at the house of the sorcerers, fate smiled upon these adventurers as his old pal Stan is there to break them out. With Jorcerer running interference, distracting his wife and several of the guests, Stan managed to infiltrate the barbecue with a few fancy rolls and bypassing a demon. Seeing an opportunity, Jorcerer revealed his wonder to the community and underworld mage father Brandon, while Stan nearly flash fried a bunch of children. Realizing that
call it
Jorcerer has...
cuckolding.
Say that again?
You call it cuckolding. I'm just saying that I call it somebody else bearing my cross.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess that's fair. Come to think of it, you weren't really that happy, so you're just not allowed to leave. I think that's the worst part.
Yeah.
All right. Realizing that Jorcerer smuggled a message to Stan hidden inside of a deviled egg, Stan tackled that child through a wall of fire, pretended that he was choking, savagely beat him in the chest for 0 damage. And just when he thought he was about to get away with it, he had to do one last deception check to stop Vincenzo, the fixer of the family. And Stan rolled a natural 1, and that's where we left off.
You are underplaying the fact that I rolled perfectly right up until that point. I punched that kid in the chest, doing no damage, getting this
is
egg out of
episode
his mouth.
0.75. They know what's going on. This is the 3rd episode of the Dicey Bastards, so they know what's going on.
I think it bears repeating.
All right, for the sake of
The
the
third
audience.
episode and lead up to the first episode.
Yes, exactly.
Let's not confuse ourselves.
And I'm fairly certain we're going to get a Moog episode and a Claudia episode prior as well. So many episodes until we get to the real episode. All right, Mr. Control of the Screen guy. Sorry, folks on podcast. We also run this for YouTube services. Now,
Yeah, you can have your theatre of the mind if you want, or you can get with the fucking times. Go to YouTube. I don't care if you're driving a truck. It's not my problem.
we throw a lot of fun in there. So yes, when we left off, Stan is now literally, actually, you know what? I'll move him off you dove off. This child is pinned underneath you. Little Frankie Finn is underneath you. Stan is on top of this child. He has driven his fist, Captain Kirk, down to his chest,
Into his chest.
causing this kid to cough up a little tiny stone cube, which Stan snatched out of the air before this little girl Carly could take it. Uncle Vincenzo managed to see through your deception, but there's still kind of a wall of fire in front of him. Stan, you're on top of a child. What are you going to do? with a very pissed off assassin looking right at you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to get off the child because you've made that weird for everyone now.
No, you made it weird when you tackled a
I
child.
saved him from choking. I just wanted him to have an unpleasant egg. I didn't realize Jorcerer had put something untoward in there.
No, you snatched the stone out of the air.
It's also weird to say you're going to get a child off.
That's not what I said. I will check the edit to see if that's what I said. That's not what I meant. I just assumed he'd been like storing the deviled egg under like one of his man boobs or something. I didn't realize it had something in it.
Well, if you recall from the last episode, the kid coughed up a little stone out of his mouth that was hidden inside the egg, and you snatched it out of the air.
Well, then I am a hero.
All
Okay.
right. Well, all right. So,
What kind of stone? Does it look valuable? How much of a hero am I here? If it's
well,
a cheap
funny.
stone, I'm a hero. If it's
Give me
expensive
okay.
one,
With everybody's peering down on you, and all eyes of this thing, either distracted by Jorcerer flashing his wangle at the mage father, or you tackling a child. There's various sets of eyes on you at different times. So do me a favor and give me a perception check. This will see how quickly you glance at the stone and see what's going on.
I'll use that distraction to get one of those little jeweler eye pieces out of my pocket. Perception is 10.
Well, it's
Not
a
great.
10. I mean, it's average. You're holding something about the size, a quarter size of a D6 die. In fact, it is a D6 die. It's about a quarter of the size with little pictograms drawn on them.
Are they obscene?
Frankly, yes. So,
Okay,
we'll come
I'm
back.
glad,
We'll
I'm
come
glad
back
I
to you
took
with
this
it.
out of the child's mouth. I think it was the right thing to do.
It's only
Hey, so
obscene,
what you-
depending on your interpretation.
We'll come back to that in a second. With everybody bearing down on you, Jorcerer, you have Father Brandon's attention at the moment. He was talking to you earlier about being thankful that inviting him to his home, and would you ask you to stop flashing your penis in front of his son, who's also playing horseshoes at the moment.
I mean, has he witnessed my affliction? That's, I'm not flashing at his son.
I guess getting your cock out in front of kids is an affliction.
This is the whole problem.
Father Brandon sees your affliction there, Mr. the Sorcerer, and again, thank you for bringing me to your home, and it's quite lovely. Now, I understand what your problem is. In fact, your wife, she came to me and asked a favor, and I granted this favor to her. I'm the one responsible for the Mark Fu gem being attached to your wonder there. I would gladly tell you about it if you'd be so kind as to close your robe and put it away, because again, there are children not more than 20 feet away from you and behind you, and my own son, Sal, is on the other end of the horseshoes. While he's a teenager, he doesn't need to see that right now.
Very well. Okay, so what I did was effective. I communicated. All right,
reasonable.
I shall.
Yeah.
I shall cover my wonder. Close my robe.
Okay. You close your robe. He's like, yes, that is the gem of Mark Fu. It's a very practical gem. It allows the owner, which happens to be your wife, Mrs. the Sorcerer, to bond with blood magic. So she basically can keep you inside the walls. For lack of better words, it happens to be, forgive my bluntness, a cock bomb. So should you go beyond the walls of beyond the border of your home, it will explode.
Oh my!
Wait, the cock or the stone?
Yes, to all of the above.
Oh no.
It's a localized bomb. She knows how much you love it, so it's going to stay there until she decides to deactivate it. Now, I might be able to do something about it, but I can't go back on one contract for the other. So if you were to offer me something worthy in exchange, I might be able to cast a spell. I cannot get rid of it because that is in your wife's hands, but I can delay the power of the bomb. But I'm going to need a favor from you.
For 100 years or however long I might live for.
No, several months. It's going to take some abilities to... we can work that out in negotiations, but currently it looks like your friend over there, the guy who's pretending to be a meat man who just assaulted one of my many nieces and nephews, he looks like he's in trouble with Uncle Vincenzo. And Uncle Vincenzo, he doesn't get into arguments. He just solves them, particularly with knives and many vital organs. So you might want to go do something about that before things get bloody.
Right, that's the thing I can do. But what is it you want from me?
I'm going to need approximately... I'm going to make you and Stan an offer. And hopefully you accept my offer. But you're going to want to go diffuse that situation before it gets any worse.
All right, well, that's what I do. Yes. Jorcerer the Sorcerer shall go use his communication skills to diffuse this situation.
Oh no, we're dead.
All right, so before we get to that, Stan. Once again, no longer on a child, slightly off, standing over a child with a die in your hand and everybody staring at you. But before we get to that, you got a chance to look at this die, so we're going to play a little game called What the Fuck Was Jorcerer Thinking? You ready? Hello, Stanio. This is your conscience. Connie, if you will. Yeah, you want to zoom back just a little bit. Okay, so for the sake of the YouTube audience, drawing arts that like this is considered art and not pornography. I repeat, I looked it up ahead of time. It is completely legal. Completely legal.
We are very, very dim.
It is not for sexual gratification. It is for the purposes of art. So, Staniel, in this moment of time, I have frozen it. So nothing else is going on around you. Your friend Jorcerer is here just because you're thinking about him. On the die...
It's difficult not to, yeah.
Okay, so on this dice are 6 different images.
Yes. None of which, I should reiterate, belong in a child's mouth.
No, not a one of them. And you know
I
these...
didn't put it there.
You know these cryptograms very well. You clearly understand Jorcerer's handiwork. These are in random order because they were not numbered. I double-checked ahead of time. So, 6 images are supposed to be trying to convey you a message. At least that's what Connie, your conscience, seems to think.
I mean, once again, these are very crude drawings, but also incredibly suggestive.
For the sake of me, your conscience, describe them in case someone else might be listening. People at home, theater of the mind.
This is like the weirdest game show I've ever been on. All right, image number 1 looks to be a pair of extended handcuffs, probably not for law enforcement. Maybe not even for hands. Image number 2 appears to be the shapely bottom of a female, but it could very well be Jorcerer's. We don't know. Image number 3, quite an impressive cock.
That is, it is a happy penis. It appears to be. Yes,
it is. Yes, very vibrant, very engaged,
youthful. Not a blemish or a striation on it. Youthful.
Yeah.
Not too young. We're not making it weird.
Makes me somewhat nostalgic. Image number 3, an angry woman with a lopsided pair of boobs. Image number 5, balls. Image number 6, that's my friend Jorcerer.
Indeed, that is.
I knew he'd be in here somewhere.
So,
You've got the surface level.
He's got a very suggestive look on his face, but then doesn't he always?
as both the Dungeon Master and as your conscience, be so kind as to roll me insight or... You know what? In this moment, insight or survival, whichever one you think is more important.
Oh, okay, all right. I want to understand this, but I also want to survive.
Okay.
To both wisdom.
How about this? Roll me both. The survival will
Okay.
determine how much time you have to deduce this. Insight will allow outside audience to maybe help you, guide you on that way, depending on how you do.
All right.
So
Survival,
18, fair amount of time. You've got a very good amount of time. So this
go into,
indefinite
like,
moment can last indefinitely.
Matrix mode.
Okay, yes.
As I panic.
Yes.
Realizing I have this highly pornographic dice in my hand that was
Right.
just in a child's mouth.
1,000%,
Okay, insight.
yep.
Come on, brain power. We can get through this. 17.
You know, that's not bad. That's not bad.
The pressure's really hard, Gibby.
Well, this is so. It's like, trust me. I wanted you to burn those children. I wanted you to screw some things up, but unfortunately, the dice are not going in what I want as a DM. So they're going in your favor, which is never fun for the game master. So, I will allow you, based on that roll, 4 out. You will get 4 ask the audiences when it comes to Jorcerer the Sorcerer. So since it's like you mind meld with it. So Bevan, play along with us. Stan, where do you want to start?
I think it's asking the audience, is it possible that Stan is just having some kind of panic episode? That makes sense.
That is possible. So do would you like to ask the audience where to start, or would you like to pick an image and see which one feels like that's the right place to start?
Okay. Well, the cock, balls, and Jorcerer winking seem very kind of straightforward.
And sometimes a cigar is a cigar. Sometimes it's more.
I don't know if there is a deeper meaning than a cock and hairy balls and Jorcerer winking. I think that's just kind of maybe he's just woken up.
I mean, if I was taking a guess at this, and I please chain up my wife by the butt so I can enjoy myself. Wink. I don't think they're in the order. I think it's gone the other way around. I think that is Jorcerer probably saying something like, "Behold my wonder," or something to that effect. I believe I have heard him say that. It's almost like it's a catchphrase almost.
Yeah, but the woman is angry. I mean, from behind, she's not looking too bad. From the front, not impressed at all.
Well, it's the fact that she has like 7 hairs on her head.
Oh, I met her.
So,
Yeah.
or she could be a Medusa. I don't know. So
She's just a bog standard. I believe if you look in the bistro, you will.
There are more hairs on the balls in this woman's head. So
you will find it under Butterface.
Okay.
So I don't think the chains are for their wife. I think the chains are for the balls.
At a certain point, we're gilding the lily. So, would you like to ask the audience, one of your 4, to see where to start?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say, is this woman wielding the chains as an oppressive weapon or a submissive treat?
For as one of 4 clues, Jorcerer, be so kind as to inform Stan where's a good place to start.
You mean which image to start with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Image and the motivation behind it. So,
Bevan, is this a puzzle that you devised, or is this just what you draw on your desk anyway?
Why can't it be both?
Here's a little inside baseball for the fans at home. I got these 6 images from Bevan randomly at 3:20 in the morning. And I thought I had arrived as a DM because I was warned ahead of time. If Bevan gets bored while he's playing a game, he'll send you porno pics. And he says, no, this was the thing I thought about. And I was thinking about when I was in the shower. I'm like, why were you thinking about me in the shower? He's like, shut up and just take these images. I'm like, okay. Then he explained to me the meaning. I'm like,
wait, back up a second.
Uh-huh.
I was drinking at 3 in the morning, and I had this idea. So I drew the images, and I sent them to you, and purposely did not explain it because I wanted to get your reaction in the morning first.
I think it was like I did not expect to see, because I tend to get up around 5:30, so it's 6 o'clock when I logged in. I'm like, oh well, good morning, world. So anyway, so Steve, you're going through the same trauma I went through just the other day.
I'm glad. Thank you for giving me the authentic trauma. Imagine you're in some kind of Silent Hill game, wandering around like Bevan's neighborhood.
Instead of a pyramid head, it is a penis head. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You find this puzzle. I mean,
Yes.
you wouldn't solve it. You just kill yourself.
So, Bevan, where should he start in your puzzle? He is asking his audience for his first clue.
With the chains.
The chains.
Mm-hmm.
I think the chains are important. And again, maybe is this a plan of action?
All right,
Again,
notice the condition of the chains.
They are open.
Indeed.
I think you're
I
onto something,
see.
thus, Daniel, thanks to all those years spent with your friend, the sorcerer. You are thinking as if he's here with us,
I've finally
filling in your
become
mind.
The Jorcerer Whisperer.
To be fair, I am right next to him.
That is true. In fact, Jorcerer, you see Stan, what seems to be like every staring at him, he's kind of just talking to himself. Like, Stan, he might be slipping into dementia. He tends to talk to things that aren't there.
Open chains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's important. Angry nude wife. Asscock balls. Happy Jorcerer. I mean, is this a plan of action?
Can I point out a mistake?
Okay. What have I made a mistake on there?
I'm asking the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, go ahead. What's
I thought I
that?
was still hearing you in my head.
I don't know why you thought that was hairy balls. That's very vulgar. That's not what that's a picture of.
Oh, I know the answer. So
That's not a picture of balls.
no.
No, of course not.
This is a family show, Mr. Wetherell.
You attacked me for.
Please explain to him what that is an actual image of. Oh, God.
That well, as everybody is aware now, I have like magic rocks on my wonder. So that's the bag they came in. There's rocks in there, and then I had to demonstrate somehow that it was magical, so that that's magic
That's lines of
radiating
power
from it.
coming off a
I
magic
see.
bag.
I see. So the bag with the magic lines radiating out, that's not what I assumed it was at all.
No, I think the problem is with you.
The problem is me, this is very Freudian.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen balls where it was clearly just a pouch with waves of magical lines coming out of it. Alright, so that rearranges that entire Rorschach test just rearranges itself in Stan's head. Oh, that's clearly a magical bag. Not balls, as I first assumed. I think it was the cock that threw me off. Is that a cock? Maybe it's a... I don't know.
It's a wonder.
Yes.
Again, family show. We use the
Also-
word wonder here. My God.
Also, magic radiating from it.
Yes. Well, that's more understandable. Alright, so open chains. Magic bag of rocks. Am I correct with everything else? That is an ass.
Yes.
An angry wife
Well,
with boobs out.
Well,
not ass.
use a nicer word, Stan. Mr. Deliver.
But,
But
There you go.
okay, right, is there... Oh, is this a hidden message of some kind? Open chain, but wonder... Wife rock bag?
you're also assuming these are in order.
No.
You know the open chain is the first one.
I'm going to have to ask the audience again. This is baffling and unpleasant. This is not a fun process.
Number 2, Mr. the Sorcerer.
Number 2 comes from the butt.
Comes from the butt.
Come on. Did you? Well, I mean, because number 2.
Yes.
Oh, we all got it. Yeah,
All right. Good.
Okay, but...
All right, number 2 is the butt.
Yeah, okay. All right, so chains... Open chains, but... I'm going to assume the but is a play on words there.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't know where to go from that. Consult inner voice. Number 3.
Am I the inner voice now?
Well, technically I'm the inner voice, but I think you're the
Everything's an inner voice at the minute. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Open chains, but number 3. What is the third on this cube?
The angry woman.
Open chains, but angry woman.
What's the angriest woman you know around this here
Yeah.
barbecue?
No, that's his wife. That's an easy
There we
one.
go.
Yeah. Jorcerer admits his shortcomings as an artist. I had to draw boobs because,
Otherwise, how would I know it was a woman?
a woman.
Yes.
Right.
And not another magic bag with an angry face on it. Open chains, but angry wife. Magic bag makes Jorcerer's wonder happy, maybe? I mean, there's a happy Jorcerer there.
Not farther than I thought you would.
Okay, I'm going to have to burn my last clue. I don't know who devised these rules in my head, but I tend to take full advantage of them.
All right, the next one is indeed the bag.
Okay, well, you can't give me one I've already got.
Well, it's just the order. So open
the
chain,
order, yeah.
but wife, magic bag.
Okay, open chain, but angry wife.
Magic bag of rocks.
Magic bag of rocks. Jorcerer with his cock out. The angry wife has a magic bag of rocks. It seems to be synonymous somehow. Somehow I get the feeling it's related to Jorcerer's crotch. I don't know what it is about the picture of the magic bag that makes me think that. Or maybe it's just its juxtaposition to the picture of the wonder, which might be a finger with a booger on it now. I don't know. Probably not.
Well, those are all the clues you're going to get, and your time is running out before you go back into the real world stand. Do you have an idea of what this message was trying to convey?
I think that it means that Jorcerer can leave, but his wife has got control of his cock somehow.
I think we've reached a breakthrough, Staniel. That's very good. We'll find out as we continue. All right. Do the little wibbly wobbly time effect. Back into the real world.
Back up.
Yes, everything speeds back up. You have an assassin staring down on you, 4 children staring at you, 1 staring up at you, a barbecue that is all kind of half staring in your direction. Mrs. the Sorcerer is talking to Mr. Three Wands over here. She's actually kind of distracted because, she's like that. A couple of demons peering over the fence line.
Glad I dedicated all my concentration and brain power on that.
Hey, you, get off of the kid. What's your freaking problem? Why would you freaking do that? Why would you jump over a freaking fire and punch a child? I ought to punch you in the head. And so Uncle Vincenzo's walking up a little bit closer. He's at the edge of the deck now, looking down at you, knives in both hands. And Jorcerer, you are walking up on Stan.
All right. I need to diffuse this situation, and I will do it the best way I know how. I will try and jump between them.
Okay.
And open my robes again. Not facing the children, mind you.
Okay.
I'm just creating a diversion, a distraction.
You're creating
when my
a diversion.
wonder is
All
out,
right,
everyone knows it's time to calm down.
Okay, so...
is that what everybody knows?
Forget about whatever else is going on in your life. Behold the wonder.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. How was... so give me a persuasion roll with advantage. Because of the wonder. You're trying to persuade of something. I don't know what, but you're definitely trying to persuade somebody. So, Jorcerer, give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
All right, 16.
That's pretty good. Is that with advantage?
Oh,
roll
no.
it twice. We'll take the best one.
Right. Let's see. One more time. Oh,
21.
21.
Even better.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's see how Uncle Vincenzo reacts to that persuasion. Because it's not mind control. Oh, yeah, you win. Oh, hey, whoa. There's children right behind you, my man. Like say, hey, and there's fire over here. And like a couple of the ladies are looking around, like a couple of them are trying not to pay attention. A couple of them are, Stan, I assume you're like kind of got your back to the children, so you're kind of blocking the view.
Yeah, I think that's the least I can do. Givey.
All right. I say, give me a favor. It's really hard to miss. Give me a perception roll to see how much about the wonder you understand.
It's really hard to miss unless I'm deliberately looking away.
A frickin' 20.
Which I am not with a 20.
Yeah, you are. As they say, meat gazing.
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, so it's not hard to miss the fact that there is what's kind of like a magical, cock ring at the base, going around the base and balls of the whole stem and root, all the way around of Mr.
the
Sorcerer
bag,
and it's glittering with magical gems and arcane energy.
It all makes sense now. This weird little dice. I never thought I'd say it, but it makes perfect sense.
1 second, because that is just too funny to me. I get to like. All right. Give me another perception check. You have to beat a DC 19.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, perception. Here we go. Ooh.
Natural 20. Congratulations. You're very well aware that little Frankie kid that you punched to the ground, like he just lifted it back out of your hand. He rolled a 19, but you got a natural 20. So you're very well aware that he just lifted it back off of you and he's looking at it.
Not for you, Sunshine.
What is this? Oh my God, look at this thing. It's like butts and wieners and nuts and stuff. Look at this. And he starts showing it to the kids. Look what this man gave me. What kind of a weirdo does this?
Oh, you little shit.
Hey, what's going on down there? Like now Lou the druid comes down here. He's like, hey, what's going on? Oh my God. Like, yo, you giving these out to kids? What kind of like meat artist, meat man are you? You're supposed to be doing the burgers and the dogs and the meats and the fires, and like you're passing out like porno? What's your freaking problem, man?
I don't know what you expected when you hired a meat magician. But no, children are not supposed to be part of my act, which is why I was trying to retrieve my pornographic greasy dye.
So this is yours. That's what you're saying.
Yes, it's mine. It's a grown-up toy for grown-up use. The child shouldn't have it. That's why I tried to take it off him.
Man, this episode's getting places I didn't expect you to go. Then how did it get in his mouth?
Well, he took it from me. He's just a sticky-fingered little boy. He's curious. I understand. But, you know, it's not appropriate for children. I'm afraid you'll have to give it back, little Timmy.
At this point, Uncle Vincenzo's like, who did get a very high perception roll. He's like, it is true. I did see the kid. He got it. If it's his toy, it means he probably stole it from him. I just watched him try to steal it again. Hey, Frank, have you been stealing from this man? Only the one time. I swear, like, hey, don't lie to me. Did you steal it from this guy? No, I just swear. So this starts to devolve into a he said, she said family argument, as they all kind of do.
I will step back from it.
There we go.
If I may.
By all means, I would step slightly to the right, like if you like, because you get the frick out of. Because it is turning into a big family squabble where they're all like Uncle Vincenzo's down here,
Just a natural
Maria Blunt, who tells
mistrust
it how's it is,
between
Lou the
adults
druid.
and children.
Oh yeah, this is
Pent-up hatred that families have for each other. This is all going according to plan.
Mr. the Sorcerer, please, if we can have the moment of your time, please.
Juice.
Yeah, I think we should go over to that, man.
Grab Dan, and go see Father.
He seems a
Wonder,
lot less stabby.
Yeah.
All right, you two kind of wander over to Father Brandon, who's playing. He hasn't really stopped playing mage horseshoes yet. Every once in a while, you see a magical mage hand appear, pick a horseshoe up out of the fire, toss it down to the other side. Look at that! I got a ringer. Would you two care to play while we lightly discuss business before we discuss real business?
Yeah, sure. Am I allowed to use my actual hand, or is that cheating?
By all means. You pick one side, and the sorcerer picks the other side. We'll play partners.
Yeah, sure.
I have mage hand, so.
Okay, Stan, you want north or south? You want to be on Father Brandon's team, or you want to be on his son Sal's?
I'll go for his son's team. I'm having a great fucking run of luck with kids right now.
No, you stand up. Yeah, you stand opposite him. Jorcerer will go down here. All right. Father Brandon picks up with his mage hand. He tosses his. Let's see. This will be either athletics or acrobatics. +3, so he gets a 12. He gets close, but it hits the dirt. All right.
Oh, tough luck, old chap.
Well, then fine. Good do it. Smart guy.
Okay. I guess I'll roll on acrobatics.
Well, first thing I want you to do is an 18, fantastic, and you also take because these things are laying.
I got to
in
use
small...
my dagger.
Okay, because like they're laying in fire. These horseshoes are glowing
you did
hot
mention
red.
That. I just
I
decided.
did. So if you pick it up, that's 4 points of fire damage. It's a good roll. So
I was planning to like fish it out with the dagger and sort of flip it.
okay, then I'm going to ask that with disadvantage.
Okay, well, I'll roll another one. See
Yep.
how this goes. Well, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Well,
My
we'll
God.
disadvantage. We'll take the 18. It's still pretty good. You definitely are leaning against. That's a leaner, so you're definitely leaning up against it. So that's a couple of points for you.
Huzzah for me.
Yeah, beginner's luck. Shut up. His son Sal. Excuse me. No, he's playing with Jorcerer. So Sal's going to throw one. Because he's on your team. Let's see how he does. He's 19 for him. That's points are even. Jorcerer, you're up.
I too shall be using my mage hand,
By all means.
and that is, you said a
If
acrobatics.
you're using a mage hand, use your whatever your spell casting modifier happens to be. So I think for sorcerers, it's charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
So just click the charisma button because it's the same amount of pluses. So 19. Oh,
19.
Wow. Oh, chink. A bunch of
I mean,
freaking.
this is my backyard.
It is your
I don't have
backyard.
much to do.
You have had little to do besides swim and play horseshoes.
Yeah.
So, Mr. the Sorcerer, Mr. Dandy Liver, I know who you are, both of you. It's my business to know things in the land of Galahad. I happen to know everything about the land of Galahad, Mr. Henry Galahad, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, I don't mind at all. Very insightful.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be too proud of you because I look at the man that stands before me now versus the man I knew about. What happened?
Oh, you know how it is. You go down on your luck, you get back up on your luck. I just happen to be on something of a downswing at the moment.
Mr. the Sorcerer, what's your excuse? How'd you end up trapped in your own home?
Well, decisions.
She was the only woman left alive.
We've all been there. My first wife was very much the same way. Now he's going to play it and he's going to toss another horseshoe. Why just kind of like, this is just kind of bullshit for them. So, not good. Even with his spell, he misses again. God damn it. All right,
tough luck.
Yeah, shut up. It's your turn. If you want to do the knifey thing again, by all means. But it'll be with disadvantage unless you be a real man and grab the horseshoe by the fiery pain.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So normal roll. You're going to 21. Well, that's a ringer. And you take 4 points of fire damage directly to your hand.
There you go. See?
Now, do me a favor. Give me a constitution check to see how manly this looks. Because you did it. You did it all hurt. And it burns like shit. I want to see how do you like do it with style or did you like owie, owie, owie and dance like a little child? I want to see.
He will say...
It's pretty average. It's like, it's...
You see, Mr. Brandon, destiny is a lot like a game of horseshoes. And sometimes you play well and sometimes... shit! Ow! Oh, okay. Ow. All right, sorry.
All right. I feel better, thank you. That makes me feel better about myself. Not that you got a ringer and got more points than me, but, I'd like to see that you're in pain. That makes me happy.
Motherfucker.
His son will give a toss. 14 plus another 4, 18. So yeah, he's definitely a leaner, so he's good. And Jorcerer, give me one more toss.
18.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. So right now it's still the team of Dandy Liver and Sal. Like you are pulling the weight for Father Brandon, who's like really screwing up. So right. So all right, one more toss of the rings here, and then we're gonna go inside and talk real business. And it's a business that you're not gonna like, because we're gonna have to bring your wife involved. So let's finish our game like gentlemen, because I have a proposal for you. You see, I know a man.
With her, what you will.
Yeah, we'll get to that. See, Mr. Dandy Liver, I know a man came to see you. And thanks to the Hooker Network, I hear things.
It's a great network.
It's better. It's like the Hooker Net is the fastest way to get information around.
It's the fastest way to get gonorrhea, too.
Chlamydia, trust me. So I know this man, this Jovan man, Heidelreich, he came to see you about an offer. And I know you came here to recruit Mr. the Sorcerer to get him out of this house, to take him up on that offer.
Yeah, it's true. It was a generous offer, too.
I can help him get out of this house, but I want to cut. I want to be cut in. Well,
you know what? Every mission needs a backer, and I couldn't ask for a better one.
Fantastic. See, that's why I respect you, man. You're an old legend, and I respect that. And let's see if I can throw this fucking horseshoe. 11 plus a son of a bitch. It's a 1 pointer, nothing more. Damn it. Damn it.
Well,
All right.
you lost the horseshoes, friend, but you may yet win.
No, the point's not over yet. You might screw up. No, this game ain't over yet. So throw me another one, Stan. Either man paint it or dagger it. Your call.
We'll man paint it again.
Okay.
7. You may have lost a half. Motherfucker!
Hits the middle of the dirt. It's hot. It burns. You
It's
take
like
an additional.
The glove I used last time, I didn't realize, is now got a big hole burn.
Exactly. It's another additional 2 points of fire damage to your hand. It's definitely gonna be a strange session tonight when you're old and lonely. Cousin Sal's gonna son Sal's gonna take a toss. 12 plus 4, 16. Okay, you guys. Okay, if Jorcerer can nail a good one, we're gonna call this tied. So Jorcerer.
Right. Oh, not so good. 7.
Well, just Stan Dandy Liver and son Sal managed to pull this out by a small amount of. Fine. I hate this game anyway. People suck. All right. It's time to go talk the real business because you're not gonna like this. All right. He beckons his fingers, doesn't even look back, and Mrs. the Sorcerer stops her discussion with the handsome Mario 3 wands. Father Brandon, Oh, it's you, Jorsey.
Hello.
Don't talk to me. All right. Yes, Father Brandon, how may I help you? It's time to talk. Shall we go inside then? And Father Brandon leads you all back inside of Jorcerer's home, where you guys are going to have a little chat.
Mrs. the Sorcerer? A pleasure.
I thought I recognized you.
Ah, yes, I was instrumental in saving you from your certain destruction at the hands of fully erect ogres.
And I'm going to actually put you guys over in Jorcerer's office where you guys began. You are in Jorcerer's...
Boudoir.
Well, no, this is his den. This is his living space. The rows of books are very pristine and nice, but you look at the titles, and again, it's like, Ghost of Hooker Rally and the Fuck You Buy and a few other choice titles. He had to while his ways away. Jorcerer's been writing.
An exceptional collection.
Something about a monkey peanut. It's disgusting is what it is. I like that book. It made me laugh. Not enough people buy it. Okay. Here's the deal. I am going to allow Jorcerer to leave this property. It's just like Mrs. Sorcerer's like, you shut your mouth. And here's what's going to happen. Mr. Dandeliver, how much money did he cut you in on? How much was this offer for?
Well, I won't insult your intelligence by lying. It was 30,000 gold.
All right. You roll a deception check versus his insight.
Oh, why did I do that?
Jesus. So he got a 10. So
everything's coming up. Stan, 26.
Yeah. That's a hefty sum. I heard it was some amount, but I didn't get a full detail. That's a fair amount of money.
30,000 smackers. Nothing to sneeze at.
That's a fair amount of money. Mr. the Sorcerer.
Yes?
How badly is it that you want to leave this property?
Very badly.
Think about it, Jorcerer. All this suburban mundanity. Time for a lad's holiday. Lads.
I yearn for freedom.
Mrs. the Sorcerer, she says, no. My patron has been helping me siphon off the last of his magical energy. He's almost back to nothing. And I'm getting more power the longer he stays in this house. And I'm going to keep that power for as long as I like, and you can't make me change it. It is blood magic that binds the gem of Mark Fu, and that's how it will stay. And if I die, sir, oh no, Jorsey, don't think I didn't think that. If I die, boom, there goes your wonder. We're not getting a divorce. What's mine is yours. Well, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine.
What hers is his, providing that is a curse that will explode his penis.
And his magic and his money. I assume he's going to get a cut of this money?
Well, I was thinking a day rate. What do you reckon, Jorcerer? I'm joking. Everybody that rides with me gets a clear cut of the booty.
I wish you hadn't said that, because I was thinking, as long as she's getting some of this, I'd kind of rather not be paid.
You can always work pro bono.
Ooh, perhaps I shall work pro bone.
Nice.
It was low-hanging fruits, but we knew they were going to be plucked, yeah.
I do need a magical consultant, and it would be a service to the community. Well, my community specifically. The elderly. There you go. A service to the elderly.
Jorcerer doesn't know how he feels about servicing the elderly.
I'll give it a try. It might surprise you. There's all sorts of pills and potions these days.
Mr. Sorcerer, I see that you're not happy in your matrimony, you know. And when Mrs. the Sorcerer came to me and acquired this gem, I gave it to her. Well, she paid for it. I think it was your money she spent to get it, but that's not my business. So ultimately the decision is hers, whether or not she lets you leave, you know. Now, regardless of how this turns out, if she does not allow you to leave of your own free will, I can alter the spell, but it will prolong the detonation by a couple of months. But you're going to need some additional magical resources basically to recharge my spell to keep your wang from blowing up. Well, I don't know exactly where it is you're going, but you're going to have to be on the lookout for certain magical infusions to keep the blast from going off. Basically, you have a time bomb in your pants.
Don't we all?
Unless you can convince Mrs. the Source, unless you can convince her to let you free.
All right. I will.
Mrs.
Can I open my robes and do a persuasion check?
Oh, no.
So, okay, so
Stan will step forward to try and make an eloquent speech, but then Jorcerer
Bob, well, like, how do you make an eloquent speech / disrobing in such a way to get her to remember the good old days? I really want you to try to employ yourself onto your wife. You did have a brief period of happiness, briefly.
Yeah, the brief period of a penis.
All right. I'll open my robes and I'll say, remember my free willy. My willy longs to be free again.
Oh, poetry.
Yes.
You got anything more of that, or are we just going with a straight roll here for persuasion?
Dan will just pinch the bridge of his nose.
Jorcerer is a simple man.
If I may, this is the man we decided to recruit, said. I blame mostly you.
He's very raw, isn't he? Not an eloquent man.
It's chafed down there, man. Look at it. It's knobby.
I know. Oh, well.
Oh,
he can helicopter well, though. You got to give him that.
God damn it.
Stand the die. I already transcribed all my feelings onto this little stone. Maybe if she sees how I'm feeling, she'll understand.
I will, as eloquently as I possibly can, present this sordid, greasy die to this woman. I will twirl my hat, get down at one knee, and raise it up to her.
Okay.
Oh, well.
All right, Jorcerer, Stan is passing over the die as if he's proposing to you. What do you do?
I'll put performance on it. Why not?
Yeah, throw me a little performance stank. 14. Pretty good. Above average.
Ta-da!
And Jorcerer, what do you do with this die?
Oh, I thought he was presenting it to her. Yeah, I'll do the same thing, but to her. And I'll say...
Well, you're just showing her a pornographic die. You might have to do a little explanation here. So.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to put some flourish on it. Like, I don't have moves. I'm going to copy Stan's move and see if that works. And I'll say, behold, my soul poured out for you here.
Did he say his asshole?
What? Well, like he did. One second. All right, Mrs. the Sorcerer looks at the two of you down on respective knees. She's like, it has been a while.
Do I do a performance?
Devil's three-way. Yeah, go for a performance roll. That's fine. Yeah, I'd like to see
charisma.
Oh, yeah. 21. While Stan's knees cracked and moaned on the way down, you, like a court gesture, like you made this look, ba-da. In fact, you even smacked Stan's hand, popped the die into the air, snatched it, and put it in front of her face, and explained to her this is your soul poured out. Now, she takes the die from you and starts looking it over. What do you tell her as she looks this die over and looked at these crude pictograms?
I'm curious.
The reason I gave her the die is because that says it all.
Yeah, I think we've established for like 20 minutes during this episode that it doesn't.
We had a whole game show about it. It's not making any fucking sense, man.
So this is where you got to... I need you to ooze some bullshit here.
Privy to that.
No, I understand. Right. What I'm saying is, like, it took a couple of grown-ass adults to understand what the fuck was going on, let alone this fantasy lady in this world. So, she's a warlock. She cheats at magic. She didn't learn. She stole it, like all good warlocks do. So, She's like a capitalist,
All right.
but in
Well,
magic form.
I'll pour out my heart. I'll explain what the images on the die mean.
Please do.
All right. It starts off with the open manacles. That means
Would you like me to take you
yearn
back to the other
be-
map so you can show the wife what these are?
Sure.
Okay.
Dan's
One
pretty
second.
curious too to see how much of this he got right.
Yeah, I for the sake of this narrative, I kind of want to see what's happening. So let me put her.
Okay.
Father Brandon came along because he's just curious at this point.
I don't blame him.
I want to know what the fuck he's gonna do myself. I'm interested in this. Let's see how this
Yeah,
goes.
me too.
All right. Perfectly clear. All right. I have a picture of open manacles. That means
Mhm.
I yearn to be free. Right? Yes.
Are you saying that my time with me was what, trapped? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, good. It says it all here.
Hey, listen, we've all been married. We understand it like this. We set each other up for failure, not success. Keep going.
There's a picture of a but I yearn to be free, and then a picture of my wife. I yearn to be free,
That's a
but
very
my
good picture
wife.
of me. I didn't realize you saw me this way.
Well, look at that bosom.
Oh, no, I believe it was in the end of Salty Bastard. You described her as a very, very ugly woman. So this is actually, for her, this is a step up. So, aw,
There you go.
Jersey.
But my wife has a magical sack of rocks, which is displayed here with the
Yeah.
magic sack.
That's definitely a magical sack of rocks you're looking at there. Nothing else.
I thought it was balls myself. When I saw it, I'm not going to lie. It looks like balls.
It does look like balls.
Hairy balls.
Big hairy balls.
I mean, I shave them
And
myself because I like to manscape, but, that's, or worms growing out of a necrotic set of balls. But that's
Yeah,
another
zombie
thing.
balls, perhaps.
Zombie balls. I like that. That's pretty good.
And we carry on.
Well, you guys have issues. All right.
Oh, yeah, we have
my
issues.
wife had a magical sack of rocks, which she attached to my wonder. And that's a picture of my wonder.
I think we all
We've
got
seen
that.
it.
Yes.
I could probably describe it from memory the amount of times I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite lifelike, actually.
And this last picture means now I'm counting on you. Now this was originally meant for Stan, but
Oh,
it
so
applies here.
she starts holding the thing away. This was meant for someone else and not me.
Well, now it applies to you. Now, I'm counting on you to do the right thing.
It wasn't always bad between us, was it, Jorsey?
No, we mounted a horse together.
Now is this your honesty or are you lying to her?
Well, that was a thrill. No, yeah.
They do say, madam, that if you love something, you must set it free and it will surely return.
So if you're being
No,
honest
that
with her,
was
give me
genuine because at the
okay,
time,
that's fine.
Yeah,
So if it's
I didn't
honesty, give me a
consider-
persuasion roll. If it's a lie, give me a deception roll.
I didn't consider other women existing. All right, persuasion.
It was quite short-sighted.
Shucks. That's not one.
No,
All right,
with
8.
advantage because you're pouring her heart out. So I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here. So persuasion with advantage because an 8's not going to do it.
Persuasion.
Yep. Even worse.
How about
Okay.
a 7?
Yeah, it's even worse. She's looking at you. Hang on here. Let me see.
Oh, can I do a bardic inspiration? It's probably too late for that.
It is too late for that.
I
Unfortunately,
forgot I could do that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, know your skills. I mean, how long did Klaus not know he could do rogue things? All right.
7 years, yeah.
Insight roll. Well, she rolled a 7. So she can't tell if you're telling the truth or not. She's like, I'm so confused. Like,
Right.
okay, I get it. Like, I might be stealing your magic and I might have held you captive with a bomb around your wonder. I did like how things were in the beginning, but you just got lazy. You just sat around the house and not adventuring anymore. I thought you were going to go out and do things. You just didn't leave. So I just made sure, well, if he's going to stay, I might as well get something better out of it. And
That
to be
was
frank,
before,
in the beginning, I thought, the first time we were together, you were quick because, you hadn't been with other women. I realized I don't think you've ever been with other women.
Whatever happens next, I'm spinning a bardic inspiration on that bad boy. I'm going to get my flute out of my pocket and start playing some mood music.
Do the
All
song,
right,
like the saxophone riff from the heat of the night.
That is a good one. I remember that one.
You're going to say something to there, Jorcerer?
I rolled a 10. I don't really remember that one.
I never have,
You never have.
and I
what?
never shall. Been with another woman.
Gasp.
Do you mean that, Jorsey?
Well, absolutely. All right, I am
really
lying
going to
this
need
time.
that.
Okay, you are lying.
inspiration.
Okay. Give me a deception check, and you have inspiration now if you want to use it.
All right, what does inspiration do for me?
I think you guys are only like what, third level, so you get to add a D4 to your roll to maximize it. So give me the deception check.
All right, do I need to choose the inspiration or not beforehand?
Oh no, I think you're going to use it regardless. So
Oh, yeah, I guess there's no point in that. All
yeah,
right,
so roll me a
yes.
deception check.
21.
And plus a D4 on top of that. Oh, she bought everything you just said. Well, let me give her an insight. Let me give her a chance to do a natural 20 to beat you.
Nah, I got a 1
No,
on the
she does
D4.
not. So you did a grand total of 22 versus her. She's also charisma based, so a 9. So yeah, you win. She believes you.
Still got it.
It's the wonder.
If that's how you feel, then I guess I can't keep you trapped forever. But I'm also going to get something out of this. I'm not stupid. So what Father Brandon said is fine. Father Brandon, you may go ahead and cast your spell that'll allow him a temporary reprieve. If he doesn't kick back certain amounts of money we'll set up some kind of contract, then the bomb goes off. So,
That's fair.
so I would say, okay, let's get off this disgusting image because I'm starting to get a little turned on by myself here, and this is gross to me. So we're gonna hop back over to the map where we were at in and back in the study. All right, then here's how this contract's gonna go. I will provide Mr. the Sorcerer with a magical coin purse. Anything you put in there gets magically teleported back to me. You will be responsible for this coin purse, and it's only one way, so don't think you're going to reach into it and pull something back out. I'm going to require, you said 30,000, 35,000 gold.
Here's 30,000. I definitely said that, and you believe me.
I'm going to require, to facilitate this, I'm going to ask for 12%, but I'm going to drop it down to 10%. I'll tell you why. There's a very good chance one of my guys might be joining your crew. You won't know who he is. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but I'll have eyes and ears on you the entire time you're gone.
Seems
And
fair.
for every month, and so I'm going to require 10% of your payment down, and then every month that you're gone, to keep the spell active, I'm going to require an additional, let's say 250 gold.
Ooh, we will require about 7 months. Any chance you could round that down a little bit?
Give me a persuasion roll. I mean, you are dealing with a guy who's like not just a mage, but also like a crime boss. So, you know, all things are negotiable, but you better be good at it.
12.
Yeah.
We did have a rather lovely game of horseshoe.
What are you going to do for me? I mean, I'm facilitating this. I'm letting him go. I'm making this thing happen, you know. And I understand that it's a lot to ask. So what will you do for me while you're out there?
Well, what is it you're after? I mean, it can't all be cash. You're a wealthy man. You lead a happy life. You have a fine
No.
family.
Money's money. You know, what's more important than money is information. So you provide me valuable information about this island nation of Stractum. Some power players, maybe some weaknesses, maybe some people who can easily be swayed or turn to my services. Then, you know, we can negotiate this down to 100 gold a month.
100 gold a month is very fair. And when it comes to infiltrating crowd and gathering information, I'm your dandy.
That means you work for me now. You're part of my family. Do you understand me?
Oh, no problem. Not the first time I've done freelance.
All right. Then I'm going to need you to extend your right arm.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You extend your right arm?
Yes.
He taps his cane onto your arm, and a magical sigil burns into the skin like a brand. It's kind of a watching eye with a little kind of like little sigil underneath it. That's my mark. You too, Mr. the Sorcerer. I'm going to need your arm. If you're part of this crew, you're part of my family now.
I shall extend.
Your
Your arm or your wiener?
I'll follow the example. I guess.
Okay, your arm. All right. Once again, he taps his cane. He taps his staff down, and a sizzling brand appears on your arm. And
Does that make my wiener extend?
depends on your pain threshold. So you give me a shit. You know what? Your call. I don't know what your kinks happen to be. So You can either do a Constitution roll, and we decide high or low equals pleasure or not.
All right, let's find out.
It's
All
important
right,
to
I'm
get
gonna
these
go.
figures down before we start the adventure.
Gonna go low. Low it is.
So you are pretty much at full mast. Oh my, I forgot about that. Mrs. This. Yes, gentlemen.
You really are a surprising chap, Jorcerer.
So just to let you know now that you two are part of my crew, anybody that signs on your contract, it will officially become part of my crew as too. But your family, they're now my family, so they will work for me. This brand will appear on anybody that works within your crew officially.
Ah.
And it also means that I can summon you and locate you whenever necessary. So if there's ever a time where, I don't know, someone just like can't be there that day in your crew, they'll be on a job from me. If someone disappears, they're with me. Don't worry, I'll send them back eventually.
Well, no worries. Family is important, and it's nice to have a benefactor.
It's nice to have a mechanic for people who don't show up.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to have a built-in thing. Now, Jorcerer, thanks to your, she didn't realize how much you were into pain. It awoken something in Mrs. the Sorcerer. So she takes you by the hand and starts guiding you towards the door and across the hall. Do you allow her?
Well, I guess
Man's
I guess
got to
my
do what a
freedom
man's
must be
got
worth
to do.
something. Yeah.
All right. She takes you to the boudoir, leaves the doors open, honestly, and she starts pulling out drawers. And there's all this whoosh, like little cracks, little whips, little things you didn't really realize was in this room.
Well,
And
I will just stand
for
awkward.
the sake of the children at home, we'll fade to black. But
I will just stand awkwardly across from Brandon.
yeah, by all means, I might actually kind of watch this. I'm very curious myself.
Okay. I'm not. Adventure awaits.
All right, so we're gonna cut to black here.
Yeah, let's cut
And
the leaves
so
blowing in the wind.
after a prolonged period of time, after whatever you deem an appropriate amount of time of change, whips, and everything else, like in safe words, you want to do this respectfully and safely. The two of you journey back to Stan's bar, the castrated ram. Now, Jorcerer, the moment you cross the barrier, you feel the timer is activated on your the bomb, the cock bomb. So it is in a constant state of slow vibration. So deal with that as you see fit. And
a bonus.
you also have a magical coin purse that you were required to put any kind of notes, any information, any documents, and of course 100 gold a month to make sure the bomb does not go off at any given time. So once a month, 100 gold and information sent back to Father Brandon.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that I've got the 10% and the 700 carefully separated from the rest of the pay.
Oh, he took his 10%. He took his 10% before he left.
That's
so
good.
So that's. But the problem is that's $3,000. So you only had a certain amount left over. Did you have anything left?
What was the total I got? 50,000. The promise.
You got 1,000 gold from him. So we'll say this: since you clearly didn't have the amount, he'll take 500 of that up front as a down payment.
Okay. Minus the
so,
fee
and
of the
you
bar.
you flash a couple hundred to Trudy as well. So you're down to basically like your last 150 gold worth of platinum.
Started
because you
with
gave
less.
Trudy a bunch.
Yeah. Well, she's manning the bar.
The bar is starting to look nicer. I'll say that much. It's in various states. She will warn you that there's been some intruders while you were gone. But don't worry, she took care of it.
I can always depend on you, Trudy.
Nah, just call me Trudy. Good. They call me Trudy Goodnight for a reason, dear. And who's your friend?
Oh, this is none other than Jorcerer the Sorcerer. Cost me a pretty penny to break him out of his marriage, I guess, but you can always depend on Jorcerer the Sorcerer to be Jorcerer the Sorcerer.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
shall
worth it?
open my robe and say, but now I'm a free agent.
See?
I've seen better. I've seen worse. All right. I'll go start making the dinner plans. I assume you're going to want to start recruitment.
Absolutely. Put the word around. Stand Down Deliver is looking for a crew of only the finest, or cheapest, Reprobating
Rose,
round.
Rosie comes over to you. She's like, "I'll take care of that. I'll get on the hooker net, and we'll make sure the word gets spread around the town and the nearby countryside. So don't worry about that."
You're like a sexy carrier pigeon.
I've been told that. Yes, thank you. And hello, Mister the Sorcerer. How are you? Do you care for some company for this evening?
Hello. If she's offering.
Well, she's offering for you to pay for sex.
There's a price tag on that, old friend.
Ah, well, I don't have money.
Well, it was nice talking to you, Mr. the Sorcerer. Have a wonderful day.
Tomorrow we recruit, but tonight we celebrate your freedom. Trudy, line up some shots for Mr. Jorcerer here. He's a free man.
All right.
Until his cock explodes.
Sort of, yeah. That's definitely the kind of freedom that requires a drink or two.
Samuel, if I may, a moment of your time, please.
Oh, you again.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Do you think this is all worth it? I mean, obviously, I'm in for it. I want us to have the best adventure we possibly can. You know, this is the guy. This is one of the guys from the SS Jackoff we talked about. Is this really where we want to go?
Well, I see your point. I've already lost a lot of money and become dangerously incorporated into a gangster family of mages. Probably going to end really badly.
Does it ever end well? I mean, there's entire books written about this. So.
Well, life is like a game of horseshoes.
Is it because we're old and near death to begin with, so we might as well have a little bit of fun?
Yes. Sometimes in a game of horseshoes, you're very old and you die. So, may as well throw the fucker.
I see what you did there. You put a nice capstone on this particular outing. You brought back something that happened during our time and put it at the end.
I did. I don't know why. I'm just very narratively inclined voice.
Jorcerer, the entire time, Stan is literally standing kind of off to himself as if he's talking to somebody, but he's just talking to himself.
No, I'm just going to take for granted that he's talking to me, and I'll say, yes, life is like a game of horseshoes, and people throw metal at you.
He's just looking at Rosie's shoes.
People throw heavy metal objects at your rod, and you have to deal with it the best way you know how.
That's actually pretty good. It's better than what you came up with.
Are you sure? Fine.
Yes, I am your inside voice.
Why don't
That's what you actually wanted to.
I don't exactly trust it. Well, go fucking live in his head then. Why don't you marry him? You love him so much.
Well, you need to really ask me that question since I am you, and you clearly do love him. So I'm just saying maybe you broke him out of a marriage for another reason. I'm just saying. No, you could do worse. You could do worse.
He's my only magical friend.
Yeah, we need new friends.
And I trust him. I mean, I trust him to be him.
Life is like a game of horseshoes. It hurts a lot more when they're actually on the horse.
Stan will snap out of his reverie and listen to Jorcerer and say, I thought I was the only one having dementia here. Trudy, bring out those drinks, please.
I'm on it, dearie. You clearly need it. And I believe that is where we're going to end this particular episode 0.75 of the Dicey Bastards. We have successfully gotten Jorcerer recruited. Now, I don't know if Stan actually put him on the team. He just broke him out, so I don't know if he's officially there. But they are both definitely branded by Father Brandon and into a mafia wizarding crime family. So I think this is an excellent place to pause for this particular adventure, and we'll pick up again a little bit later. We're going to see what happens. We're going to check in with our friend Moog Face Eater and Claudia. I can't pronounce her last name. Baron Liebenschlausenwitz. Claudia. Before we get back to what will eventually be recruiting the team of the Dicey Bastards, the official episode 1 that's coming down the pike. Until then, Bob and or Steve, do you have anything to add or anything you want to say? See how things are going?
It feels like a game of horseshoes. Mm-hmm. You don't really know where you're going until you walk a mile in the shoes of a whore.
Whore's shoes, yes.
Sometimes eat a whore, sometimes eat a shoe.
Well, I think those are good final words. So on behalf of everybody here at Authors and Dragons, thank you all very much for listening, and we can't wait to entertain you again down the road. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Dicey Bastards is brought to you by Authors and Dragons, podcast by geeks for geeks. If you'd like to support us or join a vibrant community of online weirdos on our Discord, please do donate at patreon.com/authors and dragons. Big hairy balls.